Hey, everybody. I'm so excited to chat with you guys today. Thank you for joining me here live. And hopefully, you saw the schedule and wanted to jump in and hear a little bit more from me. So, I wanted to talk today about email sequencing. And when I was trying to figure out with my team what we were going to talk about on today's live, I decided that I wanted to do email sequences because it's something that I'm actually using in our business right now and having experts from Allobee work on currently. And so I thought, what better thing to talk about than something we're actually dealing with and going through the process with. So today I'm going to tell you about a wonderful option about email sequencing, how you can use this for your business to give you back time and help your business scale. And let's be real, that's what we all want to do. And honestly, not too many systems or services can truly claim to actually give you back your time and help you scale, especially without spending a ton of money on ads. Yeah, email sequences really can. So they actually can help you to re-engage the community that you have, the people you have on your list. They can help you grow your list. They can be super effective if you add in ads and stuff to your funnel, but they also can work really well without having those things in place. So you only have to set them up once and then they work for you long-term, which that's the best thing to hear when you're a business owner. Once and done, unless you need to add things to it or your business is changing. So that's what we're going to talk about today. This is going to be brief and to the point, but if you have questions, you can put them in the comments or send us an email at hello@allobee.com. But what I wanted to share with you first is, what is an email sequence? So what the heck is this thing called an email sequence? So an email sequence is basically a series of automatically sent to specific, like these emails are automatically being sent to specific segments of people on your list. So you have your full list of however many people it is, and then it's segmented out. So we have a segment for experts, we have a segment for clients, we have a segment for people that have attended webinars, all of these different segments that might be a part of your business and people that are on your list. Or maybe it's somebody that bought from you in the past but hasn't bought in a while, so it's a customer. Maybe it is a new person signing up for your list. Whatever it is, there are segments that you have segmented your list for. And then an email sequence can be trigger based or time based. And this is kind of like an important thing to know about email sequences and how they work, is that they can be either trigger based or time based. So they're automatic emails that are going to be sent out to your email list to specific people that you've segmented, that you've tagged, that you've said, hey, I want it to go to these specific people. But then it's sent out in two different ways, either with a trigger or it's time based. So if it's trigger based, these emails are sent on action. So for instance, it might be sent because of the browsing behavior that the client is doing, or maybe it is that they just subscribed to your list. So now they're going to go on a welcome email sequence. Maybe they have abandoned their cart. I am the worst person at abandoning my cart. I will be looking through stuff, ready to buy. It's in my cart, and then I'll get interrupted by a kid or by some notification that came up on my phone, and I forget that I'm in the cart. So those email sequences for the abandoned cart are gold for whoever is trying to get me to buy, because I see the email, I'm like, oh, I totally forgot. And then I'll go back and purchase it 9 times out of 10. So shopping cart abandonment is one of the triggers that could happen. Another one is reading or downloading content. So let's say that you go onto one of our links on our website and you download our Sting list, which is one of our things that we provide as a freebie, free content. And once you've downloaded that, you get a trigger, a warning that will now go through an email list sequence for us, for you, because you've downloaded that. And now we're going to give you supportive content and emails that go along with what you've downloaded. And then the last one, and it's not indefinite last, but this is another way that triggers can work, is that they buy a product. So let's say that they buy a face mask from you. And this specific face mask, you have an email sequence with that shares about how to incorporate it into your nightly routine or how to share it with others or all different things, maybe a bit about each ingredient or how to use it most effectively, what products pair well with it, all kinds of different stuff that you can send that email sequence for. And then the other type is time-based. So this is when, this also can be called like an email autoresponder, but these emails get sent at a predetermined time intervals, like right after they've opted into something. So let's say that they opt into one of our events. Right after they've opted into an event, as soon as that happens, they're going to start getting emails, or 30 days after purchase. So one thing that we use in Allobee emails is that an hour after purchase and then 2 weeks after purchase, all of that, we have certain emails set up for automation that happen on a date or a time-based trigger. And then on the anniversary of subscribing, so let's say that you subscribed to someone's email list a year ago and we want to track that. So then we can say it's an anniversary, maybe give you a code or something like that because of the time-based. So those are the two differences, trigger-based and time-based, that happen with email sequences. Okay, now the most important types of email sequences, what are they? So the top 5 email sequences are the welcome email sequence. So this is when somebody has either become a customer for the first time or a client, they have bought from you for the first time, whatever it is, a welcome. Hi, you joined my podcast, or whatever it is. Welcome to my brand. And then the next one is the onboarding email sequence. So let's say that they bought a course from you. And so you're onboarding them throughout that process. The third one is abandoned cart emails, which we talked about a minute ago. They're really effective, those sequences. And then repeat customer email sequence. We have really great return customers, repeat customers. It's very vital to keep them engaged because they can be your number one promoters, supporters. Like, we've got you. We're going to share you out. Give them an email sequence so they can feel supported. And then the re-engagement email sequence, I think it's something like 60% of people will re-engage with you. You already have a warm lead with them. Don't leave them hanging. So you can re-engage them at any time to help support you. So those are the top 5 email sequences that you can have made for your business. And then why do you need an email sequence? So you're probably like, okay, great. This sounds good. Yes, that would be helpful, but why the heck do I really need this in my business? How is this going to help me gain back my time? And also, how is it going to help me scale? So the first one is email sequences can move people through a journey of not having heard of your company. So like they just are like, who the heck is Allobee? I don't even know who this is, to becoming a customer. So they hear about Allobee from whatever the email sequence that they're in. Maybe it's a freebie that they're getting. They hear about it. And then they now are going to be a customer because of that email sequence, potentially. And then if they become a client or a customer and they really like your brand, then they could become an enthusiastic brand advocate, which means you're going to get a repeat customer, continuous referrals to get more sales, and all because you kept them engaged through an email sequence. So they can be super powerful. So I really encourage you to consider getting one in your business because it can just move that person along the journey at a lot quicker pace and keep them engaged without you having to do anything, which is super magical. Because once you have it set up, you leave it and it's done. And then email sequences can deepen the relationships you have with your subscribers over time, solely through the content they share. So you are being consistent, showing up. If you're going on maternity leave, email sequences are the best thing ever. I've seen this through a few friends that have gone on maternity leave that have businesses. They set up really good email sequences and content before they left. And now it looks like they're there, even though they're not. They're recovering from having a baby. So utilize these for times that you need to step away a little bit more, or you're ready to scale and you don't have the bandwidth to do it. Okay, so that is why you need them. Why we specifically are using them right now today in Allobee, why I said on Monday, hey Hive, I need like 4 email sequences created in the next 2 weeks and all of these funnels built, because we're about to push more into paid advertising. And I tell you guys this because I want you to see exactly why you might use this in a business based off of like how we're using it in our own business and what some of our clients use it for. So we're actually creating a welcome sequence, a webinar sequence, kind of like an onboarding sequence. We are also doing one for our membership that we have launching, and just a bunch of different other areas that we can utilize email sequences. And we have great email sequence writers at Allobee, so it was really easy. I was like, hey, I need 4 of you to go write email sequences for me. Here's, the jobs that I need. I knew how much money it was going to cost me because we have flat rate pricing at Allobee. So I knew how much it was going to cost. That was really easy. We already have vetted quality, really great writers, super great copywriters, especially because many of them have been through Abby Parrott's email sequence course, which she's phenomenal and like a top freelancer. And so they've learned from the best and they know what they're talking about. So I am not an expert at this. Like, I am really good at running my company and doing other things, but I am not an expert at email sequences and writing copy. I want my voice to be there, but I need somebody else to make it successful and do it the way that it's supposed to. And so I hired out for this because I didn't have the time to write 4 email sequences in a 2-week span of time, while also writing the webinar, recording the webinars that I needed to do, and everything else for the day-to-day of Allobee. So this is a great thing to outsource. Plus, it's $800 for the email sequence, for the full email sequence that you're utilizing. And the great thing about this is that you can keep using it. So yes, it's $800, but every single month you can get an ROI from it because it's going to be used over and over and over again. And if it super intimidates you, like, oh, great, I'm going to get an email sequence written, but then how do I set it up in ActiveCampaign or MailChimp or SendGrid or whatever platform you use? Well, we've got your back for that, and not to sell everything, but we really are a one-stop shop that wants to support business owners. So you could grab 10 hours of one of our marketing assistants and they could set all of this up for you. So you would be done. You could have an amazing email sequence, plus you can have somebody do it for you for $1,300. And I did that math in my head really quickly because I'm tired. But that's huge because let's say if you're selling a course that's $500 a pop, you won't even have to sell barely 3 with the email sequence to even make your money back. And that's only through 3 people. You would definitely be able to get to more people with that quality email sequence. The thing is that so often people are landing on your website or downloading stuff and then they don't hear from you again. I have experienced this plenty of times and have been guilty of this. You're losing leads, you're losing people because people are busy and they go from one browser to the next or one website to the next. And if they're not re-engaged through an email sequence or through any specific type of content, then they're not going to continue to actually care about anything that you're doing or learn more about you. And so I really encourage you to think about how you can outsource for 2021. How can you help support your business by giving you time back to stay in your zone of genius, and then also help you scale? Because it's great when you're starting out your business and things are going well, but you hit an area where you're either going to plateau out or you choose to grow. And I want to see you guys growing in your businesses in 2021. So consider hiring one of our Allobee experts to help you with all of this. Outsource it all to us. You don't need to know any of the specifics for this. We will help support you step by step throughout all of this because that's what we do at Allobee. We're here to support you, to help you build your business hive and to grow alongside of you as we enter into a new year. So thank you so much for watching this today. Thank you for showing up for yourself and for your business and taking a little time to figure out how you can grow and scale without losing that flexibility for why you actually started your business to begin with. So thank you again for listening to this. I'm Brooke Markovichis, founder and CEO of Allobee. We are a one-stop business solution to help support small businesses, solo entrepreneurs, and early stage startup founders. Thank you. And you can always follow us at allobee.com. Have a good day.